Hey, good morning, my friends. Hopefully, if you have a cup of Java or some tea, depending where you are in this world, it is early in the morning, waking up, and I wanted to record a video today. And again, having a sip of coffee with my magic mushrooms. Just kidding. It's coffee, there's no mushrooms in my coffee. So, I wanted to make a short video this morning with those who are intrigued with my work in the different forms of work that I do through the different frequencies and vibrations of energy. And, I know a lot of people because I used to be there. Like, if there is a God, why is there so much suffering? Right? Why do I feel so alone? Why am I feeling so disconnected? Feeling not worthy or good enough because of the experiences I'm in right now in this moment for some people. That I'm not good enough and I'm not worthy, and all these thoughts are not true. And I want to give a clear description or more detail of understanding. Say, when we speak, some people speak and use the term universe. They speak as it is like one thing, and it's the universe. The universe will draw, or the universe will do this for me or do that for me or whatever, right? Or some people might use the term God, and they use God as a whole and speak like there's just one energy doing all the work, the same as universe, and that's completely not the case. And if you're new to watching me, I just share the truth of my personal experiences of what I know. So I'm sharing on knowing. I don't share with what I think or what I believe, and I'm not here to make you believe me, but I am sharing the truth of my life for those who appreciate my sharing of the work that I do since 2019, working through the different frequencies and vibrations of energy, using my gift of sight. As I work through the different frequencies, I can see the energy that's around me since my NDE and coming back. So if you listen to my latest guided meditation, because of the work I've done in the last few years, I'm able to bring in different energies of frequency to use to bring healing here to people. And you get to shift through your soul's frequency that I guide you through. Reiki, God frequency, Christ frequency, the main source of energy and the collectiveness of beings within our main source of energy, and then the pureness of our main source of energy. And I'm guiding people through these experiences. And soon I'll be teaching online classes again with that. But anyways, getting back to, we were not in a space thousands of years ago to understand frequencies and vibrations, the truth of who we actually are within these physical forms. And there's many, many, many different frequencies within the universe. If a person speaks to it as like a higher power, it's understanding there's many different levels within that name. Using the term God, if you're using it in the term of like there's one all be all that's in charge of everything, there are many, many, many different layers within that space with different aliveness, with different councils. Every frequency is running at different vibrations, and all these different vibrations are running on different frequencies. It's very simple, but if it's drawn out, I know some people will have a hard time with that. And it's completely okay, because sometimes, I need to see things in order to understand it, and that's why my life is living through personal experiences. Now, believing that you're here, you're like, if there's a God, then why is there suffering here? Why am I suffering when it's full of peace and light and love and all this stuff, right? I'm going to explain it to you through my personal experiences, because each of us come from our own being of a God extension. There's a fullness that we come from on the other side, and we are stripped. The peace of that light makes a soul consciousness of who we are to enter into these physical forms, to learn, grow, and evolve. Here's the reason why. Earth is down here of frequency and vibration. Who you've been extended from, of a God being, which also comes from a Christ frequency, and that Christ frequency comes from our main source of energy, where there's an aliveness in the collective in that space. When we come to live life, our fullness of who we are that we go back to is up here. And Earth, to come down to this plane, is way down in frequency and vibration. So in this plane of Earth, what is happening is law of attraction will draw more to you of how you feel. And the same thing is with your God extension or coming from God. Is you're down here, your God being is up here. And what happens is there's many different frequencies and vibrations that are now distorting your connection. And the further you come down here, now you're in Earth plane, now you're within different frequencies and vibrations within Earth. Now, because of the separation from our main source of energy to where we are way down here on the scale, there is a lot of distortion to the connection to who we are. And being connected to our God extension that we come from, there's a lot of distortion. So like in this plane of Earth, we have all these vibrations of different feelings that are dimensions that are around us that we can't see with the human eye. And it has the vibrations of depression, anxiety, hate, anger, codependency, jealousy. All these feelings, the depths that we can feel, are different frequencies and vibrations within this plane. So now you have a distortion, like a radio. You're trying to fine tune that radio to your God being, right, that you come from, that is so full of pureness of love and light. But we have the separation from where we are in this Earth plane. It's not just simple. And the further we go down, there's actually another world that's further down from ours that even has more suffering because it's further away from our main source of energy, what all things come from, where there is a collective of an aliveness of beings that are of a collective. I call it all that is of beings. And I've just started working with these beings, and they brought me up into our main source of energy to work with them. These are my teachers. These have been my teachers for the last couple of years. It's why I can do things that aren't taught here that I'm bringing into this plane, because I am working with them and they are teaching me. So they are the ones who have taught me how to connect to these different frequencies to be healing people globally in the way I can do healings for people. It's not from humans here that have taught me. So that is the reason why. That if you feel, why is there so much destruction? Well, we're really down, really distorted between all the different frequencies and vibrations that are in the way. And because we're in a plane that offers all these levels of darkness that we're so far away from, because we've come here to learn, grow, and evolve, then that is why things are going on here. We're not as powerful when we're stripped from the truth of who we are and we're in the depths of these dimensions that we can feel here and the different forms of suffering. There are different forms of suffering that we've come here to learn, grow, and evolve with. When you do the work to heal the experiences of the past that you have lived through, of hate, resentment, shame, and guilt, not feeling worthy or good enough, and you start doing all that work, what's happening is you're removing those vibrations attached to your soul. The law of attraction will not attract to you more experiences of suffering because you've done the work to rise out of those dimensions. And then you have more of a connection back to the truth of who you are. So you feel more light energy moving through you, and you have more connection to the power and the truth of who you are, of this very beautiful being of light energy. And then you can do whatever it is with more light in your life to draw more light things to you, to have more opportunities unfold, because now you're connected to the highness of light energy after doing the work to release you from the experiences of being here. So I hope that made sense. I try my best. I'm a very simple man. I grew up not being smart in school because I had a hard time reading and remembering because of the vibration of energy of who I am. A lot of us, if we are of higher vibration, we have ADHD. That will be a symptom of being a higher vibrational light being, because of being in these physical forms. It's much harder because your frequency and your vibration runs much faster within your physical form. That we have, like ADHD is one of the symptoms from it, through my work and learning and growing with the other side. So I hope everyone is drinking their coffee or starting their day off in a beautiful way. And so I'm just gonna enjoy the day today, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day.